Dan, this is Steve.
Hi,
Can
Steve.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Question. Good session. Appreciate your expertise here. Question on probably layout of illustrations. Graphs, tables, pictures, or illustrations. Obviously, there's the manuscript, which is just block text. I was looking at one of the books that you referred to in How to Write Your Book in a Flash, David Field's book, Guide to Winning Clients, as an example. And he has illustrations in there, and it's laid out very nicely. What as I build out my book with something like that in mind? Obviously, this is about production and layout. What advice do you have about tracking this or incorporating those kinds of things into the end product?
Sure, great question. I think it's very important to break up the black walls of text of doom. That's how people refer to it in the publishing industry. Page after page, that's the way books have been printed for hundreds of years. I think that Jeffrey Gitomer, the sales coach and speaker, really broke that mold 15 years or so ago when he started using very large type and graphics and colored paper and high production values and such like that. And people just started like, wow, this is a cool book. I haven't seen many people do that kinds of things following him, but you may want to pick up one of Gitomer's books because they really are laid out. He pushes the envelope as far as you can go in a very, very good and thoughtful way. Now, having said that, you can easily spice up any book with charts, graphics, cartoons, pictures. My book has charts. It has pie charts. It has a step chart. It has pictures of me and Ken Blanchard and me and Jack Welch to break up the copy and also to build credibility. Your book can easily have those same kinds of elements. I have cartoons in my book because I reprinted them from David's book, which is an excellent book, and I'm glad you picked it up. And he draws his own cartoons, little stick figure cartoons. They're not fancy, but man, are they effective. So if you do that every couple of pages or so, it'll break up those blank walls of text. Or in addition to that, you can have call-out quotes, which are a sentence or a phrase from the book that is printed in bigger type. You've seen these in many books. They're called call-outs or quote blocks or pull quotes. They go by many different names, and any layout designer will know what you're talking about. So if you pick up a book and you see the normal type, then you see this block of text jumping out at you in 24-point type, which is half an inch or an inch high. Then maybe a quote from Einstein or a quote from Tony Robbins or a quote from yourself. It stands out and it makes the point for you. It also helps your readers understand what are the most important parts of the book to take away. So that's good. Lists and bullets are also good. Numbered lists or bullet lists also break up the copy. So those are good things. Subheads use boldface or printed in slightly larger type. That also breaks up the copy and also adds some white space above and below the subhead, so that makes the page look less dense and a lot more friendly. So I'm glad you asked that question. It's an important thing that people need to think about when they lay out their books.